I was with Lucifer in the second heaven, and he told me, now we have to go down. We must pay a visit to the ruler of all the spirit that dwell on the earth and in the water and underwater. This is the ruler of the material world where you come from. She is the leader of mermaids, sirens and goddesses. Quickly we traveled to the depth of the water. I just want to explain that when I say the depth of water, it does not mean that when you enter deep in the ocean, you will see a world underwater. That's not the case. I mean that beneath the ocean, when you go deeper, you will find what is called waterproof layer. It is beneath this waterproof layer that you will find the dimension of goddess, mermaid and siren. Often when a whirlpool appear above the ocean, it is dangerous. For anyone that is pulled down by the whirlpool, his body will not be found, simply because the whirlpool happened when the portal of the submarine dimension opened, and when the portal opened, ocean water descend inside the portal of the realm of mermaid, and this caused oceanic whirlpool on the surface of the water. Lucifer transported me beneath the sea, and when we reached the waterproof layer, one of the portal of the submarine kingdom opened and we enter the realm of mermaids, siren and goddess, ruled by the queen of the coast. I told you that her castle is under the Red Sea, which is her dwelling place. When we arrive in the marine kingdom, the devil said, "You have come here to learn." Last time it was for me to introduce you to the Queen of the South and the Queen of Heaven, so that when you need their service you can summon them. You can summon the Queen of the South that spread sickness in the world and send demon to be born in human form in the world. Now you are meeting the Queen of the Coast. Forget about everything you learned since you were born, because you will learn everything new here. What you will be told today, hold it and put it into practice. Don't doubt. Finally we arrived before the Queen of the Coast. When she saw Lucifer, she bowed before him and worshipped him and said, "Welcomed." Lucifer told her, "I brought you this young man called Elvis. I brought him so that you can teach him. I took him in their world of the earth because he was curious and desperate to know me. I revealed myself to him and I wanted him to be a friend. You must give him a mission to carry out in their world, so that he will serve us." Lucifer told me, "My son Elvis, your life has changed. Everything you will do in your world will never fail, because you have met me, the Prince of the world, because your world was given to me, and it is under my rule and domination. I leave you in the hand of the Queen." When Lucifer left the Queen of the Coast, she asked me, "Elvis, where do you come from?" I replied, "I am from Zaire." She said, "Well, that's great, we have things to do there. You are the right person. Come, I want to show you something." She took me in a huge hall, where there were people of all nation and all race. She said, "Elvis, this is the department of world fashion and world trend. All the global brand of the world come from this place, and the people you see are the world greatest stylist and modelist. The fashion clothes that people wear in your world come from here." There were brands such as Versace, Gucci brand and Chanel and others. When we had left the world greatest modelist, she took me to another massive hall, where I saw all kind of makeup product you can imagine. She said, "This is where the beauty and adornment of the women of your world come from." Then we left that hall of beauty and vanity. We arrived before another hall. She told me, "Elvis, in this place we turn men to women and women to men. If you want to become a white person, we can do it to you. You can change your nature here, even your face can be changed. All these are our laboratories." Then we left and went to another hall. She said, "This is the place where world scientist, engineer and researcher come to get new technological formula for new invention. This hall deal with all branch of scientific knowledge and technology. Even doctor come here in order to make new medication to cure people. We have all the laboratories and machines here, Elvis. If you sign a pact here you will become a world-recognized scientist. All the famous scientists and scholars that have achieved great things in the world come here. We have all the machine here to get new formula that can be applied to get result in the land." They went to another hall. She asked me, "What are you seeing, Elvis?" I replied, "I am seeing many baby umbilical cord." She say, "You spoke well. You see these umbilical cord, we gonna put them in our machines that will process them and turn them to corned beef and sardines, that we sell all over the world. You will bring them to your country in order to sell them to people. I will tell you the purpose of this food." I said, "These are baby umbilical cord. How are you gonna turn them to sardines and corned beef?" She took me where there were machines that were cooking them and transforming them to corned beef and sardine, and placing them in can. She said we wanted to sell these corned beef and sardines in your country, and you are the right person to do it. You saw how these umbilical cord were turned to sardines and canned beef. I am gonna give you many stocks for free. You will sell them to Indian, Pakistani and Lebanese that have big shop in the country, and they will sell them in affordable price, because we want the people and everybody to buy and eat them. This is because in your country, we are aware that there is a wind coming that will cause people to turn their back to us, in order to believe in the Lord of Light who is our enemy. You won't understand this now. We just want you to sell these sardines and corned beef everywhere. Brother, it is today that I came to understand that the wind that was coming in the country was the evangelical revival that is sweeping the country today. The Queen of the Coast told me, when people in your country will eat of these canned beef and sardines they will become what they don't know. I asked the Queen, what do you mean? She replied, it is what you call witchcraft, unconscious witchcraft. When people will eat these food they will become unconscious wizard, and those who are not strong will have skin reaction. Elvis, the money will be yours, and some of them you must drop them in the water after reciting this prayer. You should not do something consistent with that money, just spend them in buying people drinks and foods and little thing. In these laboratory beneath the ocean, even man genitalia were cooked and turned to canned meat and sardines with the image of the Queen of the Coast. She said you gonna sell them in affordable price because we want people to eat them. Big supermarket in the country were my client, for I was selling them stocks and container of corned beef and sardines. No one knew where these container of canned meat and sardines came from. In truth, I was going in the night to the bank of the streams. Upon invocation, the streams of water were turning to a huge river, and a cargo ship of the Queen of the Coast was rising from the water and stopping at the river bank with container of sardines and corned beef for me. The Queen of the Coast has large cargo ship that supply supermarket chain with world food. We must pray before eating.